want to bring in Bell Point Chief Strategist David Nelson. He's here on set with me, along with Kingsview Asset Management CIO Scott Martin. Guys, good afternoon. Excuse me.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, David and I are usually on the mornings together. But David, let's talk about this.
Sure.
You know, there's a few things going on in the market. We'll start with Facebook, but also let's talk about trade. There are, of course, concerns, the aluminum tariffs, that there is a trade war erupting, in particular with the Europeans. There's a lot of backstory talk about that among analysts today.
Yeah, that's certainly part of it. And, you know, Peter Navarro is the architect of this. And I certainly agree with a lot of things that Peter's talking about here. China is the big kahuna. They're clearly a problem. It's been egregious. We have a $375 billion trade deficit. And like it or not, a trade deficit is a transfer of wealth. So the administration wants to do something about that. You tie that all in with today, the news on Facebook, the news on Apple. You've got a vicious news cycle coming in to start off this week. And it's not surprising that tech is down the most. It's up the most. You know, so this is where the gains are, and that's where people go to sell first.
No, that's interesting. That doesn't really sound like it worries you too much. So trade is one thing. So we'll get to the Fed in a second, Scott, but let's talk about the issue of technology, because this is pressuring all of the FANG stocks. I mean, this is Alphabet, parent of Google. This is Amazon. This is Netflix. I mean, it's a broad base. You know, the issue of privacy. When you have 50 million accounts at Facebook that were accessed, hijacked, profiled, whatever you want to call it, that gets cybersecurity experts up in arms. And it really, frankly, it angers customers of these companies.
It does, Cheryl, but I mean, let's think about our daily lives, guys. I mean, we put our lives, our pictures, our habits, our thoughts, our feelings on the internet. And I'm not saying it's buyer beware, but these things happen. And I think Facebook, as we've seen in the past, will take care of these things. Now, whose fault this is? At the analytics firm? Is it a loophole at Facebook? Cheryl, we'll let the lawyers and the courts fight that out. But the reality is, Facebook's going to be around for a long time. And to your point,
Scott, hold on, just really quick. I just want to show President Trump. He just made a surprise visit. I want to bring back in David and Scott. And Scott, I believe I'm sorry, President likes to appear during the 2 p.m. hour on Fox Business, but we were talking about the issue of technology. I have to disagree with something. I haven't forgotten what you were saying about the issue of privacy and when it comes to the technology companies. These companies live and die on privacy. They live and die by their customers and subscriber growth. And if you're a Facebook and you can't tell me that you're going to protect your users, I think that is something that analysts and investors, stockholders of Facebook, should be concerned about.
I agree, and it's okay. I understand the president is a little bit more popular than I am, so I get it. Don't feel bad. But here's the thing, Cheryl, you know, you put stuff on the internet, and again, I'm not on Facebook for other reasons, but one of them is maybe I don't want pictures of my family everywhere. Now they're probably going to go pop up everywhere, I know. But the reality is there is stuff out there. Breaches do happen. It's not like this stuff is happening all the time. And to your point, the lead-in is, okay, fine, maybe there are some issues at Facebook, of which, you know, we own the stock. We've been adding to the stock this morning. But does that mean that Google is worth 3% less? Is Amazon worth 2.5% less? Is PayPal, which is in their stock, along with Google and Microsoft that we own, is that worth 3% less because of a tech breach? To me, this is all part of the game that the market plays with overreaction to news. And times, if you're holding cash, you should look at these opportunities to buy in, provided you believe in the long-term story in tech, as we do.
Okay, David, last word. I got about 5 seconds.
I'm going to take on to what Scott just said just now on Facebook. Look, the genie's out of the bottle, and this is a big part of their business plan. Yeah. What's going to mean something for investors? Does the business plan change? I don't think we can regulate our way out of this problem, and I don't think it's really a data breach. They gave the data away, you know, so this issue is going to be with us for some time.
I want to, guys, stand by. I want to bring in right